This is what Gus asked us to lead off with, Rob.
I can't hear it, so don't matter.
You don't like it so much.
Present it.
Big jamming out.
Oh, I love La Granja, homie.
La Granja.
Yeah.
What is this? That's
called La Granja.
Don't quit your day job.
Yeah.
You know what song I'm talking about, though, right?
No.
Well, we'll deal with it once we get on stream. Actually, I'm going to play it next. We're going to go ahead and stick with the Mexican theme since, you know, we're only 7 days behind Cinco de Mayo.
Really? We're doing Cinco de Doce.
Now we're gonna play Frank's song. Frank gave us an awesome intro song too. So, we like intro songs that are handpicked by the Detention crew. Since these fuckers can't be here, they pick music and we lead off with it. This is one of his favorites. It's called Cocaine Country Dancing. It's got a very Stevie Ray Vaughan, David Bowie vibe to it. What up, everybody? We're starting here real soon. Ooh-wee. What do they do? What would you do? Cocaine, country dancing with you.
Come on, let's get it going. Only you can keep me rolling. At a 2:45, you know what I need. Well, I'll twist for you, baby. Hit a rip for you, baby. Take another shot, get lit for you, baby. Oh, yeah. It's a 3:45. Do we have any more? Okay.
AB Dragon, what it do? Thanks for coming back and showing some love, brother. He hung out with us last week. He wanted to take us in a real good conversation, and Gus called from Mexico and wanted to talk about tacos.
And chicharrón.
Whoa. Those were like legit tacos. Like you would have a field day there.
Nico, what it do, brother?
It's a 1:45. We've been looking for fun. It's a 1:45. Oh, what you wanna do? It's a 2:45. You know what I need.
Josh, if you ain't here, drop the link tree for me, brother. We're gonna utilize you. We're gonna utilize our resources today.
Yeah, make him do work.
Country dancing with you.
It's a 2:45.
Who's no eye holes?
No Eye Holes is a good friend of ours by the name of Kim, who is an anime, movie, music head. Kim's very much like the female
Okay.
version of you. Just cooler.
I'd take a female version of me.
And it's a total reference to Rick and Morty. Gabra, what it do? First time chat. Welcome. Hi. We'll give you a detention salute in a second to all you new viewers that are hanging out with us. We're starting out real strong here with 13. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go ahead and get this started. We're going to go ahead and reduce this music here. We're going to do our introduction because this is the Detention podcast and you can't have detention without a welcome to detention. So let's go ahead and get this started, everybody.
Wow, isn't this a fun movie? Welcome to Detention.
You'll have detention every day until I tell you you're reformed. My school will not be a training ground for budding pornographers.
That's the stuff right there. Reminds me of the old days.
Questions? Does Barry Manilow know that you raid his wardrobe?
Give you the answer to that question, Mr. Bender, next Saturday. Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
Sure you cool, or do we need to just chill and wait for you to make a new shape?
You know what we ought to do for Bobby? We should get him like some smokes. Because that stuff is like currency in prison. That and ass.
So, you got detention. You screwed up. Maybe you were trying to be cool. Take it from a guy who's been frozen for 65 years. The only way to really be cool is to follow the rules.
You through?
How many you said? That's 7 including one when we first came in. You asked us to burn here. Was it Barry Manilow knew that you made his closet?
Welcome to detention. You're here until your parents come and pick you up. Use your time to study.
Ah, sweet.
Let's start the show.
What up? What up? What up? What is up, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Yo.
Welcome back.
We back again. Them battle-fitted boys are back again.
The battle-fitted boys are back again. I missed you guys. You haven't been here the last couple of weeks, but you both had adventures that you guys had to go through. So we will go ahead and discuss some of those adventures in a second here. But before we do that, we always like to say hello to everybody. So I'm your boy Vic Nasty, the guy with the weird-looking shades who likes to drink and he knows things. As we were so called out last week by Josh, real Vic Nasty on Instagram. I'll hand it off to one of you two wonderful gentlemen to introduce yourselves, and we can go ahead and get the show started here.
Go ahead, Gus.
Fuck you. You're going to kill me one night. It's going to be your fault. You're going to carry that guilt.
I'm not gonna be guilty of anything, sir. And you would die happy. It's your boy, El Goose, that let me back over the border. So if you're disappointed in that,
yeah, word up to AB Dragon's son. That's Abe. Ab, what was it? Gabra. We're gonna give you the detention salute. Everybody, detention salute. If Gus can fix his camera. And that's a good thing here on this channel. When you get the middle finger, that means we got nothing but love for you. And that goes to everybody else that's sitting here joining, spending their Thursday night with us. As Gus adjusts his camera, I'm going to let the beard introduce himself. Why is this man on the channel? Go ahead and let him know who you are.
Yo, what's up, man? I'm Coach Rob, a.k.a. Coach Beard, a.k.a. Brax the Lifter. A man with a million names. Find me at Instagram, at Battlefitted. Currently running to be in men's Muscle Health and Fitness magazine. Yeah, I know my ugly ass has an actual chance of being in the magazine. And I like fitness and lifting heavy shit.
And we're going to ask for a favor right now. In the chat, if you look up and you're on here, you should see Tap Out Beast put a link tree. Click on that link tree for us. The first item there is to get Coach Rob into the second round. please, if you love the podcast, we don't ask for any money. We ask you support us on social. So go ahead and click that link. It's a daily thing. Let's get this man going because he has committed. If we can get him the win, we're going to start this healthy, Vic Nasty, battle-fitted, delicious meals that are going to be good for you. Meal prep. Business. We are going to make it happen. Healthy? Yeah, I will cook healthy.
What? I go for 2 weeks and you're going to cook healthy?
Yeah, I'm going to try. That's my middle finger up my ass. Detention salute. There it is. Windows just sucks and hasn't had it on like Apple. Hey, no worries, brother. You're here on a platform, and we appreciate you giving us your time. So we all had adventures in the last 2 weeks, and my adventure was I happened to venture south, and I got to do something fucking sick. So I'm just gonna share my screen because I always have to try to be a little extra. If everybody can, go ahead and click on that, and let's go ahead and we can see the adventure that Vic Nasty took this weekend.
The Adventures of Vic Nasty.
That is not the channel that's not the screen we want. That is not the one we chose.
Bro, I told you get off that Pornhub.
Yeah, I know. Nope, that's not the one either. See,
dude,
look,
Xvideos is better.
Giving away the cookies. Giving away all the cookies. There we go. Now we're ready. Okay, here it comes, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Rotation TV. Yeah, Detention Podcast. We are in Coach Beard's man cave. And just so you know, if you can't flex to this level, don't even say anything. It ain't even worth trying. Like, it isn't even worth trying. You see what I'm showing you? Let me go ahead and just give you the Marvel Shrine. Yeah. You ain't got nothing for this. My movie popcorn bucket is literally the only thing I have. Coach Beard, go ahead and flex on him. Tell him what time it is.
It's game time, motherfuckers. Let's go. Alexa, Batcave on.
This is the cool part. Look at how you flex. Batcave on.
Alexa, Batcave off.
Yeah, if your game is not this big, don't even try. Yo, you're fucking with the Detention Podcast. Our dicks are bigger than yours.
You know what's sad? There's a lot of collectors that would trump my collection. Like a lot of collectors out there, I'm trying to get to that level. So
yeah, but brother, look in the chat. First off, no eye holes. Appreciate you getting Rob 10 votes. See, that's my girl right there, yo. Got him 10 votes already. Beast, you see Beast is nutting all over himself. Like, I would love for him to have been on camera so I could see his reaction. But, the vid is real, so people, please remember the vid is a thing. Social distancing still needs to exist. But I want to share something. So, Rob, I've noticed that we share a lot of similar good taste, and I noticed that when I look back at my videos. And I like your color choice, my friend there. I like the color choice. It's definitely the same one. I just got that weird lighting on my side. But I got that hot neon green just like you, my guy.
Yeah, but do you got this one?
Oh, see? This is why I said, and I love how I cut out the part of the video where
you got this one?
Yeah, nope, I don't. Nope, I don't. I just have MacBook Pro and iPads. But I got to chill with Rob. He invited me into his home. He invited my brother into the home. Oh, that is sick. When did you get that one?
Oh, hell yeah.
I've had it, man. I got He-Man too.
He had so much shit, y'all. I didn't even see everything. That just tells you how extensive his collection is. I didn't even get to see everything. But
I'm just a hoarder.
We're gonna do it again where I can actually spend some real time and we can go through everything. But I can tell you, I saw the Eye of Agamotto, I saw the Tesseract, I saw Mjolnir, that fucking the proof that Tony Stark has a heart. Your collection is extensive, my friend. Like, the shit you have is outstanding. Look, the Stormbreaker, guys, you cannot flex on this man. Like, if you've got something, share it with us. Let us know. We'll share it on our social. We'll share it on rotation_TV on Instagram. But that was my adventure. I'm not going to get into the rest of my adventure just because it would put some people on blast. But let's just say it was an interesting weekend. And I ended up leaving my favorite sunglasses in South Florida. So I have all the excuses and reasons to go back. But that was my adventure. Gus, tell us about your adventure, my friend.
My adventure. Well, 2 weeks ago, I pretty much had to transport precious cargo down from North Carolina. So that was week 1. Week 2, you guys saw that I was in Mexico. I went down there to visit some family. One of my cousins got married. Dumbass. And,
that's what he claims.
I mean, I saw him sign the paper. So,
no, I'm talking about you going down there to go to a wedding.
It was a wedding. It was a wedding. I sent you some pictures. No, but it was a lot of family bonding time. It was good. No donkey show.
Disappointment.
No donkey.
Disappointment.
No donkey show. Well, I was out there doing missionary work, and I found out that there is a small business that helps out single mothers and female students. So I went to go make a donation to that.
Yeah, we bet you did.
That's a quesadilla. So this is actually the taco spot that I showed you at. It's 4 doors down from where I was staying.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the photos.
I told you guys that I was.
We're gonna do a photo. We're gonna do a photo review.
So cool story about this guy. He actually started on that corner back in 1975, and he was not welcomed by a lot of the neighbors. So that's me actually sticking my head out where you see the smoke is the taco stand, and he started with that cart. So what he did was that he the business that's actually on the corner right there used to be a mechanic shop. And the owner or the tenant of that business hated him, and he was always messing with him. And one day he shows up and he says, "Hey, I just bought this, and you need to move out." And slowly but surely, he's managed to buy the houses, the houses / businesses there, and he purchased 3 to one side and then 4 in. So my family actually supported him throughout his endeavor, and every time I go there, I always show love. I always say hello. But Vic, what you would love about this is that they serve the organ meat.
Oh, they do the offal?
So
they do the lengua and they do the tripe?
They do the lengua. I actually got a video I gotta send you. They do the lengua, they do the tripe, and they even do brain.
Ooh, I would eat some brain, yo. I would eat some brain. I'm weird like that. You know, I like.
I don't know
brain.
that meat on the stick over there looks real good though, man. That shaved beef, man.
Sir, that is al pastor.
That's the al pastor, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's the al pastor.
That's the good shit.
That's how they stack it and do the slices.
That's the lobster of the taco world.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I don't.
Bro,
maybe.
Whenever I go to your mom's spot, Gus, what do I get? Al pastor all day, every day. Come on, man.
Yeah. So I only eat it from this location because they cook it through. And if you're not careful, this is just a travel tip in Mexico. If you're not careful with your al pastor, you can really, really get sick because they can give you either meat that's been sitting there for too long, or
meat that wasn't properly
even
cooked.
Cut off part of the right. You're getting raw pork meat, and that is not a good time. Next picture, sir, please.
We had a question in the chat real quick. Abe wants to know, was there menudo at the wedding?
No, this was a little bit more of a fancy wedding. There was no menudo, but there was.
Oh, excuse us, fancy wedding. They can't have menudo. Like fuck.
But there was carnitas the next day, so I'd take that. That one was for So along the coast, they have a bunch of monuments, and this was one I haven't noticed before, which is actually the Beatles. And for those of you who do not know, Vic is a huge Beatles fan. So like I was there, and I hit him up mad late in the evening. I was like, "Look, fool, I'm out here finding things that you would really like." So that was really cool display right there.
Yeah, I appreciated you sending me that. Gus is not wrong. I am a huge Beatles fan, and by extension, a huge Liverpool fan. So anything from Liverpool, I have nothing but love for. There, they had a nice little sculpture of the Yellow Submarine. Not their best album, but decent movie, especially if you partake in certain psychedelics.
Edibles.
Edibles and things like that. Things of the such. You'll enjoy yourself. Gus in front of a red telephone box, looking happy.
Mexican Doctor Who.
For sure. Oh, please tell me you're a Who.
No.
Wait, hold.
It's Doctor Quien.
No, well, I need to get clarification on something. Are you a Whovian, sir?
Who, me?
Yes.
I like a little bit of the Doctor Who.
Oh, this is what, you know what, man? We are kindred spirits, my brother. Like, yeah, man, I like Eccleston's Doctor. Anything Eccleston on, we can talk. So you and I are gonna have to do that television thing one night. Gus, this looked fucking awesome. I obviously know those are refried beans. What are you eating next to it?
That's machaca with eggs. So machaca is like a shredded beef. They saute with onions and tomatoes. In the styrofoam cup, there was a freshly squeezed orange juice and a liter of water, because that's what I ate after my first run there.
Oh.
And I paid $6 for all of it. That right there, that was a stuffed fish fillet with octopus and shrimp, mashed potatoes, garlic bread, and vegetables.
Damn.
My man went on.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's on your plate?
Mind you, I'm on the beach right there. Like past those umbrellas is the water.
You did one of those things I'll never do either. You walked across one of those semi transparent bridges where you're just watching the ground underneath you as you cross water, and I'm just like, Gus, no, your people can't swim. Don't do it.
Actually, we can swim. We're actually pretty good swimmers. We just never make the Olympics.
Just the border.
We do, we're probably...
But they make it in soccer every year.
I didn't send you the video of that?
It's on Instagram. You didn't send that to the group, so
yeah, it's on l.goose if you guys want to check out that video. But yeah, man, my adventure was great. Like I had a disconnect. I went out there for a few days on my own. I was really just me and my thoughts, and I'm refreshed. And I'm ready to kick some ass and take names. You
gave some good life advice on one of those posts, too, on your run. Do you remember what it was you said? Because I don't want to have to pull up Instagram, but it was about not stopping. Yeah, that's a lot of work right now. But it was the one where you were like, when you start, you don't stop. And it really was impactful. So if you remember it.
Yeah, so just to get a little bit inside of who I am outside of the podcast. I lost my grandmother back in 2020, and it wasn't easy. Traveling that whole trip was a very hard experience, both mentally and physically. And my grandma lived in the sticks, like country, in the middle, like of nowhere. And when I got back to the city, I needed a win. I needed a victory. I needed something physically that I can do. And I remember when I was younger that I would always hear my uncles, some of my cousins say how they used to jog down the strip right there out next to the ocean. And I was like, you know what? Challenge accepted. I'm gonna do it this time. I'm gonna have my story. I'm gonna do this. And I did. So from the one point to the end is 2.5 miles. I ended up running there and back, and doing an additional 2 miles. So right now, as it stands for the family, jogging on the strip, I hold the record. So when I went back on this strip, I wanted to pay homage to my grandmother, and also to myself and the journey that I've been on. So my challenge to myself was that, I'm gonna jog. I I've had surgery. I'm not at the point where I could handle 7 miles, but I was going to push to do the 5. And I did. Basically, it's you going out there and beating yourself down physically and mentally, because your body's screaming at you to stop. You're wanting water and you're wanting to just scream. And it's overcoming that. It's looking at your goal and keep moving forward. Don't stop. So and that's what the challenge was, is that if you're gonna sit here and push yourself like that and want a personal victory, I did it late in the morning. Sun was blazing next to the ocean, and no water, wearing black. And the challenge was that to do the 5 miles, come hell or high water, I was not going to stop. If I could not jog anymore, I was going to walk. If I couldn't walk, I was going to crawl. If I couldn't crawl, that means I was fainted, because I didn't have any quit on me.
Yep. No, it was inspiring, man. Again, if you click on that link tree that Josh put in there earlier, L. Goose is on there. Follow these gentlemen. You know, it's not just the fuckery we talk about on Thursday nights. You know, we are inspiring people. Well, they are inspiring people. I'm just a fuck off, but you know, it's nice to hang out with inspiring people. So thank you for sharing that with us, Gus. You had not a vacation type of adventure, Beard, but you had an adventure nonetheless the other night when you were unfortunately not able to stream with us. And I know you can't get too deep into your CIA operations, but kind of let us know what your experience was, because you got to do something that I'll probably never get to do, and you got to see somebody awesome. So fill us in, sir.
So right now, I do a lot of security. I won't name the place of business, but it's mainly concerts, special events, that kind of thing. So Thursday I wasn't available because I was at the Post Malone concert. Usually because of my skills and qualifications, I'm at the stage with the talent. So against the stage all night, trying to make sure fans aren't going to jump the barrier, try to attack Posty or do anything to him. End of the night, one thing I'll say, he puts on a hell of a show. Pyrotechnics damn near gave me a sunburn. That's how hot they were. Much like not ever seen him perform. Obviously, I know his music, like his music, but not seen him perform. This dude is awesome as a human being, because a lot of these stars, a lot of these actors, actresses, and these people I've been around, they don't care about you. Okay? They don't care to say hi. They don't want to talk to you. They don't want to be bothered. And believe me, I've been around like some big people, some top names. So I've never got starstruck. I've never been like the fan, oh my God, it's Post Malone, whatever. I'm used to that world. I'm in that arena, do my job, be professional, you know, Kevin Costner bodyguard type stuff. If you're our age and you know. So Posty comes down off stage at the end of the night, and he's shaking hands. He signed a Mexican flag. He's taking gifts. He's letting people hug him. He's taking pictures. And I literally had to hold the barrier, kind of Hercules frickin' style, to keep people from coming over and getting to him. So when he got to me, got him back up on stage, and he was supposed to stay for an after party. So they asked me to stay after to help out. And next thing I know, one of the other security guys is like, hey, Rob, we got to go escort him. So I had to escort him because he wanted to, I'll just say it was at a casino. He wanted to play poker. So we had to like literally smush people out of the way, you know, running back or, defensive end linebacker, push people out, get back, get away. We get him to the poker area, and the fans just flood. And dude, it's like a freaking 300 Spartans. We had to do that shield wall and hold the wall and keep them back, right? So we pushed everything back, and most of the night I just spent there making sure nobody came at Post Malone. Michael Irvin showed up from the Dallas Cowboys and said hi.
Wait a minute, hold on. Why are you leaving out the good stuff?
Anyway, Michael Irvin showed up, said hi. Yeah, I had to save something for the show. And right before I left, for the night. This casino brought this man $700,000 in chips. Imagine that, $700K, like it's nothing. So, awesome concert, great night. And man, that he's a good performer. He seems like a pretty genuine good dude. So,
nah, I got a lot of love for Posty. Like, I know he still partakes in the beer, but he gave up a lot of the other stuff real young. He kind of caught on to it. And then I know Gus and I have a special place in our hearts for him because he's a ghost hunter. And he likes to go on adventures with the Ghost Adventure guys. And Gus, I'll tell you something a little later. I'm not going to bring it up right now, but I fucked up this weekend, and I think I brought a ghost back with me from South Florida, but we'll talk about that as we get deeper into the stream. Yeah. Let's give the people what they came for. I'll tell you that story a little later. That's why I said some of it got a little crazy. But I had my first true paranormal experience that could not be explained. Confirmed. So we'll deal with that a little later on in the stream. But I know you haven't had a chance to see it, Gus, but Rob did get a chance to see it. Last week, Big Mo was on I Am Legend 20_24, and Beast hadn't seen it yet. He saw it on the back end. Multiverse of Madness. I'm going to let you just spoiler-free review. Let the people know what you think. I got to go howl at the moon real quick, and I'll come back, and then we'll get into some discussions about it.
All right. So, Multiverse of Madness, great movie. Definitely go check it out, especially if you're a Marvel head or a Marvel fan. Without spoiling the movie, I always give my rating 1 to 10, 1 being the absolute worst dog shit, and 10 being simply amazing. I always call my 7s the solid ass, so I give it that solid ass 7. I won't quite give it a 10. Honestly, for me, Spider-Man No Way Home was a 10, was better, but definitely worth watching. Won't tell you what the end credit scenes are, but definitely opens up for another movie. And they show some shit in that movie, and you're just like, wow, like you didn't even expect it, and you were ready for it. So we'll wait till.
Would you say that it opens up for another movie, like a trilogy for Doctor Strange, or just another character?
I don't know. If you Google the list of all the movies that are coming out with Marvel, there's another phase of Marvel movies. I don't know if it's going to be part of the additional phase or it's going to be a third Doctor Strange. I assume it's going to be a third Doctor Strange. It seems like Marvel does mostly everything in threes. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Thor's. This is going to be kind of his fourth movie. So,
okay,
it's probably going to be another Doctor Strange movie versus part of the phase movies.
Would you say that it's more like a Civil War, where it feels like an Iron Man and a Captain America movie?
No, not at all. One thing I like about this movie, so first of all, it's directed by Sam Raimi, and that's awesome. And I didn't even realize that going in, but if Sam Raimi did the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. So for him to come back in the Marvel Cinematic Universe and direct this movie was really fucking cool. And it does have some, it's not dark per se, but it does have some like horror dark type elements. So for instance, a 10-year-old probably shouldn't watch that movie. I would say 10 and under.
So I shouldn't take my kids.
No, do not take the kids to see Doctor Strange, because there's some scenes in there that will scare the bejesus out of them. Yeah. But it is
like make them jump out of their seats.
Yeah, like jump scares. No, jump scares might give them nightmares. I don't know. I don't know what your kids can handle. So you kind of roughneck with the kids, taking them to see like Chucky and Scream and Freddy and shit. So they might be okay.
Whoa. First of all, it was their mom took them to watch it. So
what? Wait. She did what? The same It that you and I went to see together.
Yeah.
So without spoiling the movie, or trying not to spoil the movie, the reason why I gave it a 7. So Vic, I told him it's a solid ass 7. That's my rating, 7 for 10. Okay. Definitely gonna watch it again when it comes to Disney Plus or whatever. But I will say this, and it doesn't really give away the movie, I guess. The reason for the bad guy's motivation, I thought was going to be Vision, and it wasn't, and it doesn't really make sense for what the bad guy is going after because of other TV shows and stuff like that. And two, the Illuminati was badass, but this was an opportunity for them to bring back Iron Man, which is one of my top rated favorite characters, especially Robert Downey Jr. Because if you know anything about the comic books, Iron Man, he found the Illuminati. He's the founder of it. They chose not to bring him back, and the scenes in the Illuminati, the fight scenes, was kind of weak. It should have gone on longer. It should have been a better fight scene. But other than that, great movie. Definitely go see it. Watch it in the theater if you can.
So I'm going to speak to it, and I think I can keep it spoiler-free, but if you feel like I'm going down a spoiler road, let me know. It's something that I talked with Sleeveless Steve, our other Spartan brother, who occasionally will pop up in the chat every once in a blue moon. The beauty of this is that, yes, we got that version of the Illuminati, but because, and I mean, it's not spoilers to say there are multiverses because it's in the title. It opens up the possibility that we could see other Illuminatis, stronger Illuminatis. This Illuminati may be the way they were because of the events and how they went down and they rested on their laurels. But you get characters that you did not expect to see. There was a huge gasp when they introduced the Illuminati and everybody saw that one character. And I just,
Bro.
Yeah.
Like a little girl, like a girl at a fucking Britney Spears concert. I'm like,
I literally, I did the Jonah Hill meme. I was totally like, when I saw it, and I was just like, holy shit. And then the other ones that they introduced.
Right.
With the Sam Raimi thing, Gus, if you really want a measure, you've seen The Evil Dead. Would you let the boys watch The Evil Dead? Not the second one, the first one.
He has to think about it.
Exactly. That's the kind of imagery that Sam Raimi brings. Like, don't get me wrong, I love what he did with the original Spider-Man trilogy. But for me, I'm a huge Sam Raimi fan because of Evil Dead 2, and The Army of Darkness. And even the show. What up? And
Ash, who was in the Spider-Man movies, Bruce Campbell, is in Multiverse of Madness. So that was cool.
That was
I will spoil
awesome
that.
throwback.
Seeing Bruce Campbell was cool.
And the second end credit deals with it's not a spoiler towards Marvel. It's more an Easter egg with Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell. You saw what hand it was, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the whole Easter egg spoiler, was that was the hand that was doing it. I gave it an 8.5. I said if I had to round up, I wouldn't. I would give it an 8. It's a solid watch. It sets up so much shit. And the two things that Steve kind of brought up is that what he would like to see is that they bring in, there's an evil Iron Man, or an Iron Man that just took the Captain America Civil War situation to like the extreme, and us potentially getting Robert Downey Jr. coming back, but as that Iron Man from another universe, which I was all about that. And then it led us into a great conversation about the X-Men. And bar Channing Tatum, and we know that you're the Wise Wish version of Channing Tatum, who should play Gambit when they bring Gambit back? Because we know Gambit's coming. Yes, we know that you should play Gambit for sure.
Give me a trainer. Give me about 8 weeks. I'll be ready, god dang it. My hair will be growing out, everything. I'll be ready. Shave the beard. Shit. I wish a motherfucker would.
Do you think Channing Tatum can pull off the Cajun accent?
I don't think he should be Gambit.
He already played Gambit, though.
In what?
When?
Hold on. Who was the original Gambit all those years ago?
That was some other dude.
I had to look it up. Let me consult.
You're talking about the one in X-Men Wolverine?
I'm gonna pull it. I'm gonna pull up the Google. Somebody address Abe what he put in the chat, so you wouldn't be starstruck doing so you wouldn't be starstruck doing a detail for George Lucas. I think that one's directed at you, Beard.
No. I mean, I respect him, and dude, it'd be amazing. But no, I keep it. Come on, Abe. You know me. I'm very fucking professional. I keep it 100, man.
Yeah, right.
I am a pro.
Yeah, I'll give you that. You are.
Okay,
you are
so
professional.
what it looks like.
Me, on the other hand.
Hold on, here we go. No, keep talking. I'm sorry, fellas.
Oh, me on the other hand, I'm fucking degenerate. I don't give a shit. Hey, can I take a picture?
I think if I never did any like TV or movies or anything, yeah, I'd probably be starstruck. But once you've been on set and you've been through all that shit, it doesn't really phase you anymore.
Okay, so Taylor Kitsch played Gambit. It was supposed to be Channing Tatum, and there was an actual unproduced film that never came out. But Channing Tatum was supposed to take on the role and then do his own standalone movie. But they ended up bringing in Taylor Kitsch, who's the dude from Lone Survivor. He was an American Assassin, 21 Bridges. The guy that played John Carter. That's the guy.
So what about a older? I can't remember his name. Taylor Lautner. Now that he's older,
as Gambit
with some long hair. Yeah. I'm trying to think who could play Gambit, especially like today's actors.
That's where my struggle was, because you need someone that can pull off that true Cajun accent. Like, I want a straight Cajun to play. Well, Gus, you know what my dream is, right?
I agree. You have lots of dreams.
Yeah,
like,
you know
what
I want Troy from Swamp People to play Gambit. I want him to come in and be like, oh, look at that Wolverine right there. That's the big one. Look at them claws. Oh, them the big claws. That's the big one.
Shoot him!
Shoot him! Shoot him! Cyclops, shoot him! So that's my hope. But we need a good Cajun actor. I've been racking.
What about the guy from Halo that may play Wolverine?
That's not a bad look.
That's not a bad.
If they give him the short-haired Gambit, he could do it.
Yeah, that's not a bad look at all, and I'm sure he could do the accent. I would actually,
and he's tall.
I would co-sign that. Yeah, because I want my Gambit to be tall and lanky and lean and sexy with a sexy Cajun accent. If I had to,
Mon ami,
yeah, for real. I want to hear good Mon ami. I want to hear good Mon ami. Damn, yeah, man. I'm telling you, I've been racking my brain on it. I had what's his face, but he's too old and he's too short. Sam Rockwell. I think Sam Rockwell could actually pull off a decent Cajun, but I just don't. I think his time has passed, and I don't think he has.
That's the problem. The actors of our generation during that time, they're starting to get too old now, man.
Well, we
have to go with someone younger in blood. It has to be at least somebody that's in their mid to late 20s.
There is
and that's where
he's in his early 30s. I have a thought, but he's so wishy-washy, you never can really trust him. Shia.
He'd have to bulk up, man. He'd have to bulk up big time.
Dude, what was that movie that he played where he was the Mexican dude?
Yeah.
He bulked up.
That's true. That's true. That was a pretty crazy movie.
He would pull off the accent. If anybody would pull off the accent, I think Shia would pull off the accent.
I think that's the number one draft pick right now, Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf might be that dude. All right.
Shia LaBeouf.
Sleeveless, I'm sending it to you. We want Shia LaBeouf to be Gambit. Yeah, Shia, please, we need this. I'll buy you all the
give us our
paper bags you want. Yeah.
Fuck you, pay me.
Not even 7%. Just invest in the company. Put it back into the business. Help us grow this thing. That's all we ask of you, sir.
Do it. Just do it.
Do it.
Do it already. Just go do it.
LOL, I have to tell you, I do 2 details for George Lucas, and I was on the inside. Okay. Oh, Mom Dukes is on the stream. Hi, Mom. Alexander Skarsgård. Skarsgård's never been in Marvel, but could he pull off the Cajun accent? That's he could do the look, that's for sure. But I don't know if he could do the accent. I think Shia still is number one. Like
those damn Skarsgård boys are so hot right now.
I would put him. You know who I would put him as? Archangel. If they were gonna redo it, I would put Skarsgård as Archangel.
It's not bad. Ooh, and then that means that I know to stick. What's his face?
What about Cyclops? Skarsgård is Cyclops.
Cyclops. The dude that was playing the Flash, because everybody hates him.
Fuck you. Him and Tom Hiddleston, not Tom Hiddleston, him and Tom Holland. Who's the one I hate? I can't even remember his name anymore. Tom Holland.
Hate Tom Holland?
Yes, I hate Tom Holland.
Why?
I hate him so
don't
much
know.
I purged his name. He's
a nice person.
Give me a t-shirt with his face that says Peter Tingle,
Mom.
and then I'm all in. Bendición, Mom. Much of love. So everything we've discussed, it leads me to this question and where Marvel may potentially be going. Beard, I'm gonna let you take the lead on this one. Do you think that Multiverse of Madness is setting up the Secret Wars?
I think it's just setting up a Doctor Strange 3, but Secret Wars is not sure, is Secret Wars or Secret Invasion in the Marvel Phase Plan? I know one of them is.
Secret Invasion.
So it's already
Invasion's the one with Nick Fury and the Skrull.
That's the one. Yeah. That's the one I'm more interested in because I read that whole series and that's a badass series, man. That is a crazy ass series. That was a good comic book.
So no Secret Wars.
I don't know. I mean, I just think it's going to lead for Doctor Strange 3. So I was reading on, and I don't have my Marvel Encyclopedia in here with me, but I was reading on Charlize Theron's character, and she's like a queen of this other multiverse that she's going to bring Doctor Strange to. So that's why it leads me to believe more towards that, because my daughter theorized that originally it was supposed to do with was it I can't say, Kane the Conqueror or Krang the Conqueror?
Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah, and there was nothing that led up to that. So
I think I know where the tie-in is, and that'll lead me into the next point. Did by any chance she get an opportunity to do a review of this most recent one or no?
Yeah, she actually gave it like a 3.
Can we get the review? Like, Can I get these reviews when they come out? We'll put it on the link tree.
I'll read you.
Okay, yeah, read us a little something.
I'll read you what you said. What she didn't review it, like she didn't write for it, but
she gave you her thoughts and how if she had wrote for it. Okay, yeah. And that's Cyan Wheeler, y'all. She did a Batman review that was fire. That should still be on the link tree if you want to check out that review. Again, we don't ask for money. We ask you to just go to our link tree, click on those links, support us, and if there are sex toys that you'd like to buy for us, buy them. Gus will try them.
She said, I did not like 3 for 5. It's called Multiverse of Madness, not Here's One Universe, have fun. Weird angles and editing choices. Doctor Strange had no development. America Chavez was just a plot device. Her character sucked. Wanda's motivation being her blank and not her husband as well was dumb. But I like the spooky stuff. It didn't connect to Kang at all, who is supposed to be invading the multiverse. The end credit scenes were lame. So, she did not enjoy it.
Wow. Yeah, damn. She punished it.
So, I'm going to go watch it this weekend, and we'll touch base on it again.
We'll tally up the votes.
Yeah,
Josh
on his second run through enjoyed it.
And an 8. We got a 3, a 7, and an 8. What did Josh rate it?
Josh, I don't think I ever put a number on it. Josh, if you want, put a number on that for me. Joel Kinnaman. Okay, I would be real interested in who you'd like to see Joel Kinnaman be playing Abe, because I love Joel Kinnaman. He is a phenomenal actor.
Who the hell is that?
He's the dude from the first Altered Carbon. He was the guy that was the
dad
in the first season of Hannah. Yeah, Joel Kinnaman is a solid actor. I'm thinking he's maybe thinking about him for Gambit, which that might not be too bad because I think he could pull off the accent. I'm not going to argue that point. Where I think they could tie in Kang, and this is something that I read after completing Moon Knight, and that's where we're moving to next, is the finale on Moon Knight. Gus, did you at least watch the finale of Moon Knight?
Bro, he's been across the border, man.
Yeah, man.
Didn't he tell us he wasn't responding to our messages because he wanted to save data? If there was anything to spend data on, it's on catching up and finishing the fucking Moon Knight. So what we addressed last week is if you had a magic wand, because we don't know if it's coming back or not. They're playing real coy about it. Would you prefer
it's not coming back?
Him solidly coming back in 2 to 3 movies, or would you prefer another show where we flesh out who he is?
I want season 2, man. I want season 2. I want them to proceed with Jake, the other personality, and that's what the director was saying, is that if he was able to get a season 2, that's probably where they would go. And they need to explain this. I forget what the character's called. His wife's character, like the Silver Scarlet or whatever she's called.
The Scarlet Scarab.
Scarlet Scarab, yeah, like because that just came out of the fucking nowhere. So
So she was a hybrid of her dad, because in the comics her dad was the Scarlet Scarab, and her taking on the avatar of Tara Watt or whatever her name was.
Well, she's actually the third. There's two. There's one, like I guess is her great grandfather. Then there was her father, and then her. There's actually three. She's the third.
Got you. Okay. The point though is that there's a point in the comics, and I have more clarity, and I'm going to correct and make a historical point of footnote for the stream. I was wrong. Moon Knight is definitely Marvel's Batman, and the reason why I say that is that I found out he loses his powers at some point, and Khonshu's no longer.
He lost his powers now.
You read what I sent you though, right?
Which one?
I put it in the WhatsApp. The why it was a YouTube video or something.
I went back and revisited that after the last stream, coupled with the other thing that I read, where he loses the powers and he has to rely specifically on physical prowess, hand-to-hand skills, and technology, which is what the.
So I'm gonna give you some fun facts on the Scarlet Scarab real quick. So, in the comics, Scarlet Scarab's powers come from contact with the ancient magical Ruby Scarab artifact. Okay. So the first iteration was a guy named Professor Abdul Faul. And the first Scarlet Scarab, his first appearance was in something called Invaders number 23 in 1977. He could drain others' powers on contact, superhuman strength and durability, could lift up to 75 tons, mystical energy burst, and flight up to 400 miles per hour. The second Scarlet Scarab was Mehmet Faul, and his first appearance was actually in Thor, number 326 in 1982. And the last one being Laila Abdullah Al-Fuli. And, of course, we know in Moon Knight, for her superpowers, superhuman strength, durability, speed, reflexes, healing, flight, and weapons summoning. So, I would actually, when they showed her character, and as badass as it was, I wanted to know more about that.
Yeah. So, what was the last update that you got on him saying that he's not doing another show? Because I got conflicting information.
Just what I read is that the director said that they're not getting another show. Like, he would love to do another one, but they're just not going to get another one.
Okay.
So,
because what I read was there were two things, and we brought it up last week. At first, they had said he put out a thank you message, and he was like, it took 1,100 people to make this, and it's sad that the journey has to end. But they had originally put out a tweet that said series finale, and then they modified it and edited it to say season finale. So the implication being that a second season may be on the way. And the one thing I'll say, I hope so too, because the one thing I'll say for Marvel is that they've learned how to keep a secret. As long as Tom Holland isn't fucking involved, they can keep a secret with no problem, because they surprised all of us in Doctor Strange. Yeah, I'm always bringing back my Tom Holland hate. It's gonna keep happening until I get a Peter Tingle t-shirt.
To answer your question, I really enjoy Moon Knight as a show, not a movie. But I think they should continue the show and then have him show up in a movie.
Oh, that's what all of us want, because he would be perfect with Black Knight and Blade and everything else that they have coming down with Constantine. We don't have Constantine yet, but exactly. So, and then I read something where Kang ended up fighting Moon Knight, but Moon Knight fought with all the other versions that Khonshu has had to be able to take down Kang. So,
and they could do it because look at Spider-Man No Way Home, where they had the Netflix Daredevil Matt Murdock in there. So it's possible.
Yeah.
The best thing they did was doing this Multiverse of Madness, because it now takes the fucking constraints off to say we can bring anybody from any multiverse and make it happen, pretty much, if we can explain it plausibly and introduce all kind of people. But that could be a double-edged sword.
I just want Sony to stop fucking up Marvel movies. That's the only thing I want. Sony, if anybody out there from Sony remotely hears us, stop fucking up my Marvel movies. I'm tired of
it. Just give it to Disney. Let them do their thing. The last thing I wanted to ask, and Gus, I know you haven't seen it, but Josh, what were your feelings when Mr. Knight went full Daredevil in that one scene at the end? Well, not the end of the show, but pretty much with like 15 minutes left in the battle, and he went full Daredevil, because that's the way I took it.
Well, you asked Josh. Did you mean me?
Sorry.
Fuck. My main complaint about Moon Knight, and maybe it was written that way on purpose. I wanted more action. I'm an action guy. Military man, blow shit up, kill people, maim people, rip limbs off. That's my stuff, man. I don't need dialogue. Okay, just grunts and explosions. It was awesome. Like, that's what made me want a second season. When I saw that last scene, and she turns into the Scarlet Scarab, and he's switching between Moon Knight and Mr. Knight, and bro, that was magical. That gave me the Peter tingle.
It gave that, yeah. The Peter tingle is always a good time. So, let us know your thoughts, people. Let us know what your feelings are, where you think it could go. If you put something in the chat, we might could revisit it. But I'm gonna move us along. You asked the question in the chat, Rob, and I didn't get a chance to respond to it, so I figured we'll just talk about it on stream. We got a trailer during the Multiverse of Madness. Who's ready to go back to Pandora?
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That's kind of the feeling I had about it. But let's play the trailer.
Oh.
Let's play the trailer, and then we'll discuss.
Okay, let's do it.
I mean, it's only been like 20 years, so
yeah,
hey,
what's 20 years?
Better late than never, right?
13, but yeah, who's counting?
Roll that beautiful beam footage.
That looks like part 1. Still part 1.
Yeah, that's kind of the same thought that I had. All right, so
I mean, I'll go watch it. I'll definitely go watch it. It's gonna be like a 5-hour movie. So
here's my beef with it. All right, I enjoyed the first Avatar. I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't. I went out and bought a 3
basketball or bare knuckle boxing.
for Avatar. I was blown away by it.
I was scouting.
Yeah, I know you saw me go ham.
You're 22 years old.
And then we
you
got
can't be in the
strung
draft if you're
along
over
in
22.
this toxic
Yes, I'm 22
relationship.
years old. Who's this?
And waiting for James Cameron to give it to us.
How old is he? He's 10 years old.
This is his own. This is the only thing I'm going to use to defend him. We got Terminator in what, 84?
There's room to grow there. I want to coach someday.
Do you love being away from home all the time?
So if anybody's capable of bringing it back
out there.
and doing
What the
the
hell am I
right
still
thing,
chasing this for?
possibly him, but
give up on your journey.
I don't know how
Been in this
excited
league
I
for
am for
30
this with
years,
everything
and
else
it's
we
like
got it. They were at the forefront
nothing.
of the technology of what they were doing. Now I feel like your time might have passed, but I want to use it. We're gonna start.
Good.
Your whole world's gonna change overnight.
I gotta work. My mom and my daughter. They need everything from me.
Salary's $900,000.
And no Kevin Costner.
He will call us sick.
No Kevin
In all the years I've been doing this, have I
CGI
ever reacted this
and
way?
Blueface
He's
bubble.
raw. We train him, get him in
That's
NBA
it.
shape.
What do you say?
Look at it.
happen,
Look at,
Stan.
compare the
You
two
just gotta
movies.
get back.
I'll wait.
You're not wrong, but are you saying you didn't enjoy Avatar? Okay, so if I gave you a choice right now, you come up to Tampa and you say, Vic, I want to watch a movie, and I say, we can watch Dances with Wolves, or we can watch Avatar. Which one are you asking me to put on?
Avatar. I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it. I've just said
It's Dances with Wolves
Avatar
with blue people.
It was Dances with Blue. That's all I want. It was great. It sucks that James Cameron does this over and over again. But he's also kept it alive, even with Disney opening up the Avatar section in, what is it, Animal Kingdom?
I think so.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah,
ride,
see,
the,
so, like-
the ride Flight of the Avatar, that shit is amazing.
So, like, he's kept the name going. You know what I mean? So I think it will be successful. I will watch it. Yes, I will go to the movies and watch it. Kind of looking forward to it. I hope it's not what Dances with Wolves 2 was going to look like, but we'll see.
I just wish they kind of gave you more plot line. Like, they really don't explain much to what's going on.
Who
But
was
one
the kid
thing,
with the dreads?
I think he has like a half breed or something, like a mixed kid, like a half, like instead of half Avatar, half human, he has I mean, I don't know, man. Like, he was hugging the dreaded kid, so I'm assuming that's like a mixed. Well, I have no clue.
No, you're fine, Obi. It's just the way you said it. He has a half breed. He's hugging the dread kid.
Look, I know it's not politically correct, but my kids are
Correct
half
term
breed.
is hybrid.
Hybrid, there you go. He had a hybrid. Like, maybe
Okay.
when he transferred from the human into the blue shit, he carried some human
But
DNA
he's
with
paralyzed. His
He's
human
not
form,
paralyzed.
He's paralyzed
He's not paralyzed because
in his human force.
I know, but he transferred his mind into the Avatar for good.
Yeah.
He's permanent Avatar.
Yeah, he's permanent now.
He's not his human body doesn't exist anymore.
Okay, so that would mean his Avatar body knocked boots with Avatar DNA, cybernetic DNA.
Bro,
how is it possible?
Maybe it's an orphan. I
There
don't
is
know, man.
There's a half-breed dread in
Maybe
there.
maybe it's a displaced human on Pandora and they took him in. I don't know. You
Well,
know,
I think it's human. I don't think it's a hybrid because in one of the scenes he's wearing a face mask.
it's a liger.
Yeah, he
It's a
couldn't.
liger.
Yeah, he couldn't breathe the. Couldn't breathe that
This is
oxygen.
big for no reason. This is a useless big cat. This motherfucker's shooting a bow and arrow at least.
Yo, shout out to Abe. Pocahontas in space. I might like that. I might like that better than Dances with Wolves with blue people.
Yep, Pocahontas in space. Makes sense.
Yeah, that's what we will forever call it on the Detention podcast. Detention salute to Abe.
Yep.
Avatar 2, Pocahontas in space. I'm of course we're gonna go see it. I mean, we're obviously, we're not heathens. We do like the nerdy stuff. I would tell you straight up though, I'm more excited for the Avatar video game than I am for the actual movies. Like they trailered it, I want to say like a year and a half ago, and to actually be one of the Na'vi and walking around and hunting the colonizers, since it's Pocahontas.
Well, if James Cameron's producing the video game, it's not coming out anytime soon.
4D will be a thing by the time we get Avatar 3 in 2034. Moving us right along, I guess I've been in the dark or did not even know. I was today years old when I found out that Peter Dinklage is actually going to be taking on the role of the Toxic Avenger. Were you guys aware of this?
No,
That's going to be awesome. But that
wait. I thought he was just. You're telling me he's actually going to be the Toxic Avenger?
So he is Winston. So when you look it up on Wikipedia, it says Winston / the Toxic Avenger.
Oh my god!
And
This
there's
is gonna be
footage.
horrible.
There's
Awesome.
images. So I will share said images because it got rated R today. They officially decided that it's rated R for strong gore and brief graphic nudity. All about.
I think there's some things that you just need to let die sometimes, man. Holy cow! The remakes, I swear.
And this is your Dinklage as the Toxic Avenger. Now, is he going to be 4'11"? Are they going to grow him? Because he looks kind of small there.
Dude, he's probably literally.
Isn't it the same one from the 80s?
It's the same character, but that dude was like 6'2" in the show.
They're gonna have a little 4 foot nothing talking Avenger running around biting ankles and shit. Oh my god!
How's the fight scenes gonna work?
The way Frank described the midget battle.
Someone's gonna,
this is gonna
dude.
be epic.
This is gonna go back to what we talked about with how many rounds of midgets could you last with. Someone's gonna pick up the Toxic Avenger and swing him around like a weapon. It's gonna happen.
But look at this cast.
Yes, this is gonna be.
This is what's crazier. Taylor Page, Elijah Wood, Kevin Bacon, Peter Dinklage. Like, this has like an A cast.
Oh my god.
I'd watch it.
Oh, I'm for sure gonna watch it. It's Tyrion fucking Lannister. I'm wearing his t-shirt. Hence why I wore it tonight. I drink and I know things. For sure I'm gonna watch this. But
yeah, if they don't put him on stilts or animated CGI it, and you have this little 4 foot mutant midget running around. Oh my god!
I want him regular size. I don't want any CGI. I want to see him running. I want to see the fight scenes. I want to see him use weapons. Everything. Regular size.
Oh Jesus, no!
Can you picture that? Like there's a high speed foot chase.
He's just scampering along because midgets scamper, they don't run.
And usually, if I remember right, in the Toxic Avenger movies, they had like a bimbo blonde floozy, so they're gonna have this like normal size bimbo blonde floozy get it on with a 4 foot nothing mutant monster. Isn't this your kind of?
Yes.
Isn't this your kind of
Wait,
porn, Gus?
You forgot.
This is the stuff you're into.
Detail. You forgot an important detail. He wears a tutu.
God, this is
This is gonna be awesome.
this is gonna make more money than Avatar 2.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. They can have. I will buy that popcorn box. I will buy that Toxic Avenger can of goo popcorn box in a heartbeat.
That's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
I cannot wait.
I'm all about this Toxic Avenger. Well, let's see what the chat says. Listen, if they can make Cruz seem tall or at least normal size, it will make the Toxic Crusader taller. Well, he's not the Toxic Crusader; he's the Toxic Avenger. But oh wait, hold on. By the way, Pocahontas Space 2 debuts in Dubai during the World Cup. Totally gonna happen during the World Cup. It's all a fucking conspiracy.
Oh shit.
Yo, so did y'all hear how Drake became the complete troll? Beyond the fact that he bets hundreds of thousands of dollars on fucking, any sporting event. So he's a habitual gambler. This cat some guy had like reached out to him and said some effed up thing to him. I can't remember specifically what it was. But Drake not only decided to troll this cat by calling him out on Instagram, he slid into this dude's DMs, started following his wife and started Instagramming her, and basically was like, hey, you know what? Hold on, where is it? Champagne Poppy. Okay, so he had basically called out this guy. Imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Melo or Alonzo. All you can do is be elated, competitive, and over supportive because this guy was like, basketball dads suck. I'm going to be this way even if my son is in a Rubik's Cube competition. So a dad just saying I would support my dad. The dude came back and was like, your son probably play with Ghost Riders. At that point, that set Drake off. I just followed your girl because she's probably miserable and needs some excitement in her life.
Oh, damn.
Then the guy screenshotted, oh, nah, fool really DM'd my wife and jumped into her DMs and said, I'm here for you, ma. Is that the ultimate smoke? Like, is he just asking to get his ass whipped? And if dude decided to whip his ass, is he in the right?
Well, I mean, if we're going OG code, no women, no children.
Yeah, I never learned that.
I thought that's the bro code. Is that the OG code or the bro code?
I don't know. It's one of them. But either way, there's one that says no women, no children. But millennials, though.
Good night, Mom.
But that dig on, oh, I bet your son plays with ghostwriters. That's not even like anything really like. If you're Drake and you're making all this money, you're making all these hits, and you're boning all these bitches, and you're smart enough to frickin' get the condom so the girl doesn't take it out of the room to implant a baby in her, why are you worrying about some dude saying, oh, your son probably plays with ghostwriters? Like, there's some things that you just brush off. You don't need to frickin' clap back.
But that's just the flex, though. That's just the flex, though.
Yeah.
The man has a horsehair bed. He's rented out stadiums to take chicks out on dates. Rob, you are not wrong when you say this dude shouldn't even be a concern to you. But as a petty person myself, and I own it, I'm very petty. You know, I tend to.
Yeah,
I will cross lines that should not be crossed in a heartbeat with my petty.
You attended Petty U, huh? Petty
Richard Petty when I'm in the car. Petty Crocker when I'm cooking. I own it. I know who I am. I make no qualms. I don't lie. I get it. Like, dude didn't, dude could have left it alone. You decided to come at me and say some shit. So now DMing his wife, that's, I think that's even a little too far for me. That's a little too aggressive. But did dude have it coming by calling out Drake?
Yeah, he did. He had it coming.
So Gus says he had it coming.
I'm pretty sure he thought. Yeah, he had it coming. And like what Mike Tyson taught us a couple of weeks ago is like, hey, if you get hands laid on you because you're talking some shit, you act a certain type of way, that's on you.
Look, exactly. Ever since this Will Smith business has been open season on all these famous people, don't get mad if they fight back. Some of them are just not gonna be that bitch. So
Mike Tyson handed a dude his ass on an airplane and with no questions asked and tried to be nice. Mike Tyson tried to be nice, and yeah, you got your ass handed to you.
Kindness only goes so far.
That bum rushed Chappelle.
Yeah, and got his ass beat by Busta Rhymes and Jamie Foxx.
Yeah,
and his arm was like this.
Talk about it was dislocated. Nah, your arm was broke, son. Your face was leaking.
That shit looks Snap City, bro. Snap City.
Your face was leaking. Can I ask a question? And I mean, I've never been a CO. I've never been in that environment. Rob, I know you're a Leo guy, so maybe you could give me some insight. What is it about women falling in love with inmates? Because like about a month ago, there was the one trans dude who impregnated 2 female guards, and now this most recent scenario in which a young lady worked to get her man out of jail, and unfortunately it didn't end well. She chose to do something that that was her decision, because wifey hits me up and she's like, if we ever had to escape, we're taking a boat out of the country. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she fills me in, and then we start talking about escape plans. So I want to know what your escape plans to get out of the country are in a second. But what is it about inmates throwing good dick that get these chicks sprung? I guess that's the question I want to ask.
Well, what it is, when this stuff tends to happen, you got to think of it mainly. I'm going to get fucking deep on this shit.
Okay.
You got to think of it from the psychological perspective, right? These are women that are miserable. Okay. And I'm not saying the young deputy, God rest her soul, unfortunately, she took her life. She wasn't, from the picture I saw, she didn't look horrible looking.
Not at all.
But probably wasn't, on Tinder, probably wasn't getting a lot of dates, probably was working multiple hours. And you got to remember, these correction officers, they spend mad time with these. They get to know every little single detail about these inmates because you're spending time with them. Whether you're, bringing them their chow, whether you have to get them something or do something for them, and dude probably just got in her head. And he probably actually, from what I read, ended up like falling in love with her because after she did shoot herself, he kept yelling at the cops, "Go help her, that's my wife."
Wow.
So I think it just becomes more psychological. Like even in the real world, like if you see that one girl and no one's paying attention to her, and then one dude just shows her a little bit of a love and attention, that means the world to her. And the next thing you know, she's buying him gifts and, taking him places and because, a little bit of attention and love goes a long way. And that's what it is.
I need somebody to buy me a trip. Shit.
I don't think it's necessarily the good dick, even though he probably was slanging some things, but it's more psychological, man. It's more get in their head and make her believe that he loved her, which maybe he did.
Yeah.
And then go from there. So, because she sold her house. She sold her house, man. They went and bought a truck cash. That they tried to actually leave and do the damn thing.
Yeah, wifey was like, I don't understand why they didn't just jump on a boat. And I'm like, babe, AWACS exists. You have to register charters. And she's like, yeah, but once you get on the boat, you tell them you're going to a different location. I mean, you chartered it. You can do it privately. I'm like, I don't know if an ocean voyage is the best way to escape.
Bro, everything's fucking tracked nowadays, man. It's hard as hell. It's harder than you think. TV makes it look too easy. You know what I'm saying? It's harder than hell to really just disappear.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time and a lot of money and a lot of knowing the right people.
Well, I can't say she does have a good plan if we ever did have to escape, but I'm not trying to be on the ocean to escape. I need a place where I can run if I had to run. It wouldn't be on the water. But she has the plan.
The water is a different beast, man. It's a different beast.
It's a different biodome, son. The ocean belongs to sharks. The land belongs to us. Crocodiles, maybe. The ocean belongs to sharks. There's shit in the deep that I don't even want to think about. And she's like, well, you would never go that deep in the ocean. I was like, but I don't want to be eaten by a fish that's called a fucking, ghoul fish, because they're fish that look like alien. That, a mouth pops out. Yeah, there's some weird
You're talking about an abyss fish.
I don't even want to know the name. Yeah, I don't even want to know the name. I don't want those nightmares. I don't want that in my life. I don't want to know about it. I don't want to be on the ocean. I was like, what if the ship goes down? She was like, life raft. I'm like, ooh, so I go from a wooden boat to a rubber boat? Great. And she's like, well, they're made out of polyurethane now. I'm like, yeah, because that makes me feel that much better. Plastic.
Hey.
No. I don't want to be on the ocean for extended periods of time. I was willing to do it to get married. That deed happened. I have no other reason to be on the ocean. Fuck that. If I can't swim back, I don't want that distance.
I went deep sea fishing in my trip, dude, and no, that is a horrible escape plan.
Oh no, you've done even worse shit. You've actually swam off the coast and then spearfished and dove under the water to try to get shit. When you were telling me about spearfishing, I was like, wait, so you're swimming out a half a mile and then you're trying to just jab shit and swim back? Nah, I'm good.
No, it's a little. You swim out. I think it was longer than half a mile, dude. It was that second reef off of Hallandale. I was at least a mile or more.
Yeah, anyway, at least a mile or more.
You gotta hold your breath, dive down, and then you catch some shit.
Yeah.
No tank.
And Gus was doing this with a Russian spy, because that dude is totally a Russian spy. I don't care what anybody says.
We're not gonna go ahead and no.
I'm not outing who he is. I'm not going. I'm just saying the man is a Russian spy. He's a sleeper agent. You say the right code word, and that shit is done. Let's look at the chat real quick. Girls that are okay become Beyonce after 8 months. So certain women get attention from guys that never would in everyday life.
There you go.
Yeah, I would concur on that. If you want to give us some more detail on that, please feel free to. I'm going to tell my ghost story, and then I have a conspiracy theory for you guys, and then we'll start wrapping things up here. So
I have a ghost story. I can tell a ghost story.
Oh, please.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Of course.
So, the other podcast, you had me tell the Japan story, right? Japan, notorious for having spirits and all kinds of crazy stuff. So I lived in base housing in Japan, and the base housing I lived in were these big towers, right? It was like a house inside of a tower, but an apartment building or a condo. It was more like a condo. So I'm in this 3-bedroom.
So this is in feudal Japan building, the one that fancy.
No, this isn't in a temple. This is luxury apartments on base. So
okay.
I have my couch, and then behind the couch is the patio with a balcony, So we face the wall to watch TV, and then you have the hallway behind us. So me and my first wife are watching TV, and we're sitting there, and out of the corner of my eye, I see a little girl with black hair. I can see her face go running right behind me. And my fucking everything stood up. I got the chills. I thought it was my daughter, Cyan. I'm like, Cyan, what are you doing up? Nothing's there, right? I get up, I go to a room, and of course, both my kids are knocked out sleeping. So that was my first, like, Japan paranormal experience. But on that same base, they had an incinerator, and the incinerator, this base that became U.S. housing, used to be a concentration camp, and during the war, the Japanese would incinerate the Koreans on the base. So if you drove back to that incinerator that was in like the back 40, there'd always be a bunch of weird shit happen. Lights would flicker on and off in the car. Like lots of crazy, spooky ghost shit in Japan for sure.
Gus?
Yes. I was just going off a spooky.
Well, no, you did the finger thing for a second, so I thought you had a point to it.
Oh, did you hear that?
No, but dude, I watched that movie. I was on shift. I did night shift. I was the supervisor. We watched that stupid movie with the lights out, and got in the elevator going home because you got to go in the elevator, and the elevator had cameras. And I swear to God, I was going to see that stupid. Fuck The Grudge. I hate that movie.
Whoa.
What's your story, Vic?
Oh, God. So, as you all know, like I mentioned, I went to South Florida. So, the plan was to hang out with my mom and her friend, and both of them tapped out because they're a little older, and they left me to my devices. I found a location where I could buy certain recreational things that I didn't know were available in just a normal store. So I purchased products, and I decided to consume said products. So I had the bright idea to say, because my grandmother, my grandfather, and my uncle's ashes are at my mother's house. She's been the keeper of the ashes. We want to release the ashes at some point. So I decided, in my madness at 3 o'clock in the morning, I want to spend some time with the family that's no longer here. So I grabbed 2 of the urns and I relocate them to the patio because my plan was to hang out on the patio. I wasn't going to do like a Ouija board or anything, but I just wanted to be in the presence of, what physical essence is left of them. I grabbed the first 2, moved them, no problem. I grabbed the third one, and it's my uncle's ashes.
Who was the third one?
Theo's.
Oh, boy.
And when I grabbed the ashes,
I know this is going.
I washed dishes, and cleaned the house and did everything before I was going to relax. So all of a sudden, I pick up this jar or urn, and a cup flies across the kitchen. I swear to God. And Gus, if you're in the living room, you can only see straight to where the patio is and kind of see where the washing machine is. So from the counter where the sink is, a cup, there was only one cup up there because I had just used it for water, went flying across to where the washing machine was. I promptly...
Can break?
No, it was a plastic cup.
You got cats?
No. My mother has no pets.
There's no animals.
There's no logical explanation, Rob. So
did your mom throw the cup and pick up the ashes?
My mom was in her bedroom. My aunt was in her bedroom. Nobody was awake. No one was around the house.
There's only 2 points of entry. There's one from the living room, or if you're coming in from the patio. Like there's no way you could not see somebody come into the kitchen. It's not happening.
So Josh said,
wow,
explain what you mean by flying.
So imagine the counter is you're in your man cave. Imagine the counter is your window to your right now, and it landed by where your television is. And the counter itself is about a good 4 feet, and this was sitting just in the middle of that counter.
Straight shot.
Yeah,
straight shot.
Yeah. But does mom still have that thing where the microwave's at?
Nope. It's gone.
So it shot straight across? No, not the microwave, where the toaster oven was.
There was nothing on the counter that could have forced it off.
AC vents, ceiling fans. What kind of cup?
No.
Plastic cup?
It was a solo cup.
Not a solo
Dixie
cup,
cup?
but a hard plastic cup, like one of the ones you buy at the 99-cent store.
So what did you do after this happened? What did you do?
Oh, I promptly put the urn back down and grabbed the other two and put them back where they were, lit some candles and said, thank you very much. I love you all three. And, I don't want to talk about this. Came home the next day, was working on some shit for this week's podcast at my computer, and out the corner of my eye the whole night, all I could see was just a shadow in the silhouette of my uncle. Or what I would assume was my uncle because of the way he sat and the way he acted. Gus knows the story of my uncle, and we tried to do an EVP session a couple of days after he passed, and we smelled cigarette smoke in a house that nobody ever smoked in, like fresh lit cigarette, and it blew our fucking minds when it happened. Yeah.
Hold on, give it a little bit more, because I remember that day, because I came over to pay respects to the family, and Vic told me that he had experienced a phantom smell. So a phantom smell is where, like, you would smell perfume or you would smell something that would remind you of someone out of nowhere. Like, there's no way that smell should be there. So this is when Vic and I were first starting to get into the ghost hunting and all that. And Vic had the bright idea to go try to do an EVP session off of our phones. We don't have any tools for that shit. Anyway, the layout of where his uncle passed was right. The hallway there was the bathroom, and then there was the bedroom, and you have maybe 2 feet of hallway, 2-3 feet. So I'm standing in the hallway, and then all of a sudden it hits me, and it was the smell of a cigarette. And it wasn't any cigarette, because I knew it was a Newport, because Newports had that distinct scent to them. Yeah. And that was the same cigarettes that his uncle used to smoke.
Yeah.
So, that was dumb. And this is why you don't keep those type of remains at home. That should be laid to rest somewhere peacefully.
I wonder if next time you come up, Vic, if my wife would come to the house. Fun fact, my wife, and one thing I love this house because we never sense anything. My wife's had multiple paranormal encounters, and she actually can sense, and I never believe her, but her and her sister can somehow actually sense spirits.
I'd love to. I'd love to. We'll have you guys come over. We'll cook. I'll grill something. I would love to meet the wife, and if she's okay with it, because I'm telling you, it's left me to the point where I feel like I brought something back with me from Tampa. I brought something back from South Florida to Tampa, because it was just, there've been times where I thought something, but I've always been able to find a logical explanation, and because I can logically disprove it, I have to err on the side of reasonable doubt and say that there's a physical explanation for what happened. For this, there's no physical explanation. There was nothing that could have over.
I know we'll never find out, but I'd be more interested on how potentially a spirit could travel from here, Fort Lauderdale, to Tampa. Like, was he riding shotgun in the car with you? Like,
it's an attachment.
It's an attachment.
It's an attachment.
I know. There's a little bit more to that story. It's not my place to talk about it, but that's really Vic's thing if he wants to share. And Nico, you know what, dude? You don't believe ghosts are real? We'll take you to Las Vegas so you can go to the Haunted Museum. Let's see it. If you believe in ghosts after that.
Yeah. I'll take you.
Go where?
The Haunted Museum.
Go where?
The Haunted Museum.
Where's that at?
It's in Vegas. It's
in Las Vegas.
It's the place I decided to go to for my bachelor party. So rather than go to a strip club like a normal man, I went to a haunted museum.
What, they got like supposed paranormal artifacts or something?
Oh no, like Kevorkian's van is there. No, these aren't supposed. Like Kevorkian's van is in this museum.
Charles Manson ashes, Richard Ramirez shirt, John
not gonna do it. Not gonna do it.
Bela Lugosi's.
You know what's crazy, Vic?
What up?
remember that little remember we saw that little dollhouse, that mansion, which was that one a replica
That was on the show,
of that
of the
right.
what you call it
Remember
house.
I asked him yes. Remember I asked him, is like, what's up with this dollhouse? They're like, oh, it's just a dollhouse. It's like, no, there's something going on with this dollhouse. And then later find out in a different show that it's also fucking haunted.
Yeah.
That was an awesome experience. I want to go back.
Yeah, no, they have a flashlight tour. That's Gus and I's next move. Is we're gonna do the flashlight tour one day where they let you just free roam. Like, there's no guided tour. You get a flashlight, you get some tools, and it's like, hey, just explore. Gus had a really crazy experience there. I won't delve into it tonight since we've delved into it a couple of times, but yeah, Gus freaked me out. Gus freaked me out while we were at this museum.
Gus was about to knock you out.
Gus was about to kill me at this museum. No exaggeration. Conspiracy theory time. So,
Bigfoot.
No, well, it's what Frank shared earlier, which I found really exciting and kind of blew my mind. So, this is a supposed conspiracy theory.
Oh, hell no.
Hear me out. So, I did some research. Because you know me. I can...
Oh my god, that is actually really creepy.
I can see the resemblance. I can see the lazy eye. I can see the nose. I can see the smile. But
the tooth.
His first movie was in 1964. It was a Sidney Lumet movie. He supposedly is in this photo. Morgan Freeman. If I had to guess as to who he was, I would say it's this character, right? This was in...
Which one?
This guy right here. Oh, wait, let me do it here. There you go. Him.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the white guy.
No. This is who I assume is Morgan Freeman, but I wasn't able to get confirmation. This happened in 1964. Hendrix died in 70, and then in 71 he had joined the Electric Toy Show, or the Electric Toy Company. This was his first time on screen on that show. Who does he...
And this was in
71. What? Hendrix died in 70.
With Hendrix... Huh.
That's Morgan Freeman in 1971 on this show. Okay. This is Morgan Freeman in 1971 on this show. Is Jimi Hendrix Morgan Freeman?
No.
Come on, fellas. Don't you see the resemblance? Come on, man.
Didn't Jimi Hendrix have it and Morgan Freeman have two separate skin complexions?
Black is black. I'm sorry, I'm not being racist when I say that. I'm just keeping it 100.
Bro. Well, so what we'd have to do is we'd have to see a speech comparison between Jimi Hendrix not singing, talking, and Morgan Freeman around the same time.
There's late show interviews and everything. Now, Can we get Jimi Hendrix sober? That's the challenge.
Well, Morgan Freeman is a sober Jimi Hendrix. He went out, he dried out for a year, he becomes an actor. I'll pose this question to you. Have you ever seen Morgan Freeman play a guitar?
No. I haven't.
I haven't either. Because, you know, skill is skill. You jump on a guitar, next thing you know, he's busting out Voodoo Child, and we're like, oh shit, Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, but at the same token...
Only if he's playing left-handed. Here's another one. Is Morgan Freeman left-handed?
That's a great question. Let's find out.
And there we go. We can solve it right now.
Freeman.
People are ambidextrous, dude. They can write with both hands.
Yeah, but you have to play the guitar a certain way.
Oh!
And there's very few.
What do you got, Vic?
What you got, Vic? What did the great, powerful Google say?
The almighty Google says Morgan Freeman is left-handed.
Oh, that's Jimi Hendrix, motherfuckers.
Whatever, it's not Jimi Hendrix.
Morgan Freeman is Jimi Hendrix. Look at the videos.
We broke the case.
Mystery solved.
Part 2.
Mystery solved. We believe in ghosts, and Jimi Hendrix is still alive. He's Morgan Freeman.
You know what?
He did play God.
I'm okay that I didn't get another Jimi Hendrix album to get all those awesome Morgan Freeman movies. I'm okay with that trade-off.
Yes. That is definitely a fair trade.
That was a fair trade-off.
Morgan Freeman is a national treasure.
Morgan Freeman is a fucking national treasure. He is up there with Nicolas Cage himself.
Detention salute for that.
Detention salute for that. We're getting to that time of the night where I'm going to start wrapping this up. Two things I want to touch on. First one is, and I don't know how you feel about RPGs, Rob, but I'm a huge Fallout guy. And Starfield was the game that I was waiting on. BioWare was going to put together this awesome RPG, and it's been extended out. And they canceled Gotham Knights on last gen, so you got to be on next gen. How do you feel about those things, my friend? Great games being delayed and canceled on fucking still functional systems.
Unfortunately, it's the way of the world, man. Everything's getting delayed because, COVID. Fuck COVID.
And then Biden.
But I don't mind video games getting delayed, and here's why. I am a RPG fanatic.
Okay.
I love RPGs over first-person shooters, over everything. Give me deep-rooted stories. Give me a game where I get, up until we went on air, I was playing Elden Ring. I've already built 3 different characters on Elden Ring because I'm just addicted to that shit. And that's my first Souls game. Outer Worlds was a great role-playing game. BioWare, great fucking love Fallout. Played that shit to death, man. Game I've downloaded numerous times. Arkham City, all that. So I'm not mad because it gives me more time to spend in the games that maybe I didn't complete, so I can get that shit done. Because I'm the kind of guy that Horizon 2, I didn't pick up yet because I haven't finished Horizon 1.
Yeah.
I don't want to bounce from game to game. So as far as it going on only next-gen consoles, good. It's time to I mean, if you can't afford one or find one, I'm sorry, but it's the way of the world. Things are going to have to start to transfer over, just like DVDs going to Blu-rays. It's got to happen. So
you sound like customers that walk in complaining about their iPhone 6. I was like, you do know we're at the 13.
9 iterations later.
Exactly. You have to adapt with technology.
I mean, it is what it is. It can't keep up with what it is.
If they want the smooth playability, the 60 frame rates per second, the 4K digital graphics, it can't be on the lesser consoles anymore. It just can't.
Facts.
Yo, he asked about the new GTA thought.
Yeah, I was gonna jump on that. To answer Josh's point, Gotham Knights is not canceled. It's only canceled for last gen. So you'll still be able to play it on the PS5. You'll still be able to play it on the Xbox Series and on PC. It's just PS4 and Xbox are done on those versions of the game.
What I am butthurt about, my boy texted me that Gotham Knights is going to have a collector's edition, and that collector's edition is going to have a statue. $300 fucking dollars. I'm not paying $300 for the collector's edition.
Nope.
So
nope. You do better spending $300 on a really solid collector's item rather than the cheap versions they're going to
right. So just to put in perspective, the figures, which are called Hot Toys, 1/6 scale figures that you've seen in the video, they retail starting at about $230, $245 a pop. Now, when you get to Big Boy Thanos here, and some of the other ones, you're talking $300, $400. Hell, the Hulkbuster I want, that's a $1,500 figure, man.
Yep.
$1,500.
Yep.
Big boy stuff.
Yep. Big boy stuff. Big dick stuff. Now, to Abe's point, I want all the GTA smoke. Whatever Rockstar has for me, I'll take it. I'm okay with them if they give me every 5 years. If you alternate between Red Dead and GTA, I am totally okay with it. I could pull out
Red Dead is the shit.
I could pull out GTA 5. I'm not gonna front. The first thing I did when I got the Series X home was pop in Red Dead because I finally pulled the trigger on the Series X. My Series S is no longer. It was gifted to someone who really could use it, and I had the means to do the X over time without any interest or anything. So I pulled the trigger on it, and I am not upset about pulling the trigger. Other than I can't have it in my actual entertainment system because that bitch runs hot if you're not giving it air. but performance-wise, it's a totally different beast. And the first thing I did was fire up Red Dead because I hadn't played it in a minute and was just like...
With both consoles, there's something so satisfying about turning on the console and one is starting right up, and you clicking on that game and not having to save, and it goes right back to the fucking game where you left off.
Yep.
That is a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing. The rumors I've heard about GTA, Abe, and if you've heard them, confirm them, give us a thumbs up, is that it's going to be multi-country. You're going to have to worry about exiting the country. You're going to have to really balance. It's going to have more of an RPG feel where you'll have to balance the money. You know, you could use the cheat codes, but it'll disable the achievements. But anything GTA is going to put out, that's the one company that I'm like, take all the time you want. If you want to be the James Cameron of the video game world, be it. Because when you give me that product, I know it's going to last 5 to 10 years. I played my first GTA 5 experience on PS3, and I played it again on Xbox, and I played it again on the Xbox One X. So I've played through that bitch 3 times, and I have an open file that I started on the series. I'm not a fan of the online anymore because it's just so muddled with players that have been playing for years, but the game holds up. It holds up to shit that's coming out now, and you're just like, yeah, GTA did it.
But to spin it around at the same token, there are certain games that should like stop. Like, so for instance, I've been a Call of Duty diehard forever, but they need to stop. Like, the bullshit they're coming out with is taking out the realistic modern warfare stuff that made the game great, and it's breaking the game, and they're not fixing it. They're just adding more shit. They're like, we're not going to fix the game. Here's a new skin. Here's a new weapon. Here's King Kong and Godzilla in freaking the game. Like, so...
Well, Abe, to your point, would you be okay if we got a GTA 6 offline, but they kept GTA 5 online? So make GTA Online just a continuing evolution of that engine and that game, and we just get a nice hardcore single-player version where they don't invest their time trying to do both, because I think that's why you get the delays. They focus on both avenues simultaneously. And I think GTA Online is great for what it is. And I would use Counter-Strike as kind of my example. Counter-Strike's been out for over 20 some odd years, and people still play that shit religiously because they constantly update it and they constantly make it better or evolve it. So if GTA Online stayed with what it is today and they just continue to give great content, but you get a standalone GTA 6 to, within the next year, would you be okay with that?
Well, I think it's going to come down to dollars and cents. You got to think about the upkeep, maintenance, and all the stuff that goes along with maintaining an online forever realm.
Yeah.
And at what point does Rockstar have to say, we can't support this anymore? Like, unless they're making money off the microtransactions and stuff still. But
they are.
Like you said, some people have been playing this for years, and Gus and our gaming buddies, our boys, some of them, they've been playing it for a long time, and they have all the cars and all the money, and we jump in the game with them and go do the heists and all that stuff. So it's still big. I mean, I just don't know how long they can maintain it for.
Well, Red Dead is definitely something. If you guys haven't checked out Red Dead, check that out. Hopefully we're getting GTA 6 here within the next 2 years. But when it comes, and I'll be the first person there. Day one, I will pre-order that bitch, and I will spend 2 to 3 weeks in the world just loving everything Rockstar has for me. But
their storylines are great.
Their storylines are great.
Yep.
What I want to do is I'm going to kind of flip it on the head, and I'm going to go first with recommendations, and I think Rob's going to co-sign my recommendation for this week. If you are a PlayStation gamer, you can buy the game. If you're an Xbox gamer, you can get it for free on Game Pass. If you're gaming on Xbox, get you a Game Pass. It's worth the price of admission. For gamers like me who don't want to spend $60 for every new game, you can get a lot of shit for free. Halo is completely free if you're a Game Pass subscriber. You're going to get great older games that you haven't played in a long time. But they released a game called Trek to Yomi. 2-dimensional side scroller with some weird 2.5 scrolling angles. Hack and slash totally, but it's as if Akira Kurosawa decided that he was going to make a video game. This would be the Seven Samurai video game format. It's a short campaign, takes about 6 hours to get through. Black and white. It's done like you're watching a Japanese samurai movie. It's only in Japanese. I don't even think there is an English dub version, but it is my recommendation of the week.
Gorgeous.
I picked it up. I started playing it, and I have yet to be able to put it down. So my recommendation is going to be Trexiomi. I have no final thoughts for the night, so I will let these two wonderful gentlemen steal the show. Give us a final thought. Give us a recommendation. I'm going to ask you to combine them into two. Give your final thought, then your recommendation, and then whoever wants to pick up the mantle after that, please be my guest.
Gus, go ahead.
All right, recommendation, or which one you want it first?
Whatever one you like. Final thought, recommendation, however you want to do it. Just specify which one you're giving us.
All right. My recommendation, if you are in the Coral Springs area, Rob and I have officially signed up for the EOS Fitness Center in Coral Springs. So please, if you want to check us out, that's where our new home base is going to be as soon as they open. They do have founding member promotion going on right now. So pricing. Make sure that you drop my name, Gus. You can DM me. I'll give you the full details. And you can come work out with us. It's open 24 hours a day. They have multiple locations. So check that out. Final thought. I'm not a big fan of the man as a boxer, but he does make business sense, which is Floyd Mayweather. All right.
Okay.
So he said something interesting about how you should keep your inner circle and the people that are around you. Basically, what he was touching on was if people become a liability to you, or is it an investment? Okay. Be careful. There's a lot of people that are liabilities. They turn into leeches, whether it be emotional, financial. It's just there's a lot of people that just want to use you. So protect yourself, and really let go of those people. Let go of the people that have turned into liabilities, and make sure you're good for yourself. And that's my final thought.
That's a good one.
So co-signing on the Game Pass. That's not my recommendation, because it's a great game. Beautiful. If you love samurais, if you love old samurai movies, dude, this game it's badass. And the one thing I do like about Game Pass, if you guys don't have it, is now they're doing the cloud gaming. And I like the cloud gaming because I can try a game and play it, and I don't have to download it and eat up storage. And if I don't like it, guess what? It doesn't matter. I only spent, a couple minutes in that world or realm. So Game Pass, pretty good. My recommendation is going to be the Multiverse of Madness. If you're a Doctor Strange fan, go see it. If you're a Marvel fan, go see it. I would brush up on WandaVision, the What If series, and actually rewatch the first Doctor Strange, and those things will clear up any thoughts or misconceptions you may have before going into the movie. And my final thought is, no matter how old you are, no matter how hard shit gets, if you want something, if there's something you desire, if there's something you believe in, just fucking go after it. Gary Vee said something amazing, and I posted in my Instagram stories the other day. The question was, at what age do you stop following your dream? And Gary Vee said, without a beat, dead age old. Meaning, it doesn't matter if you're 60, 70, 80. If you have a dream, I know for me, I'm going to follow that shit until the day I die, until I breathe my last breath. So go out there, get after it. Whatever you think you can do, you can do. Whatever you think you can't do, you can't do. It's all right there. Mental mindset.
Mental mindset. Guys, if you can, share us the link to that gym, so that this way we can put it on the link tree. You can let them know we put it on our link tree, and we'll tell you the name on the link tree on what you need to put in as the referral. Outside of that, please click on that link tree. Please vote for Rob to get to the next round.
Every day.
Every day. Go in, take 2 minutes of your day, it will be appreciated on a level you guys don't even understand. The things that we'll do if this can happen is it's going to let us take it to the next level.
Look, I always plan to use my superpowers for good, so
better than me, because if I saw 700K in chips, I sure as hell would have had that thought to be like, how fast can I make it to this door? How far can I get? So you're better.
Oh, I mean, come
am,
on,
sir.
that happens. You should see poker tournaments when you see like a $1 million brick, and you're just like, man, if I could just take that and run as fast as I could. But remember, you have to cash that shit in to get the money. So
this is true. So be a Rob, don't be a Vic. Be smart about your choices because you will end up in jail, and jail's not a fun place to be. But you might impregnate a lady that'll go ahead and break you out of jail and do all kind of crazy shit.
Only if you identify as a woman.
Needed that caveat. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Detention Podcast. We thank you for giving us your Thursday night. Tell your friends. To the 9 of you that are still hanging out with us, it's been amazing chilling, having a great time. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. We will be back again live next Thursday night, 10 p.m. That's what it looks like, ladies and gentlemen.
no, but
it's
you can
official.
see that advanced to the top 15, and I'm still in second place.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, it is on you guys to help this man achieve this dream. And if you show that picture, show that back one more time if you can.
All right, hold on. Close the stream out here. You can see it. You have to have a Facebook account to vote. So,
but if you bring that picture up just a little bit for me, as you can see, Rob, what he preaches is real. Being better than yesterday. My man Rob was a little swole back in the day, but he put his mind to something. He set himself a goal, and look at him now. If you don't get an idea of what he looks like, go back and watch the video at the beginning of this, because you can see how swole my man really is in real life. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys. Please support on Linktree. Tell your friends. We're live again next Thursday. Tell people they can check this out on the back end on Twitch. Things will be loaded to YouTube.
Tell your mama.
So tell your mama. My mama shows out. If my mama can show you out, your mamas can show out. Gentlemen, it is as always fun as ever hanging out with you on a Thursday night. We are the Detention crew, stuck in detention, and we will give you one last detention salute. Night, motherfuckers. See you next week.
Nighty night, bitches.
11
Thanks for joining.
11 viewers. Oh, and real quick, Abe's son, Nico, Tap Out Beast, No Eye Holes, Bino 501. Thank you guys for jumping in and commenting. We'll see you again next week.
Thank you, fam. Appreciate you.
Have a good night.